On May 11th, Pigeon Island National Park. Dance under the stars with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Grammy-winning John Legend. Love me, love all of you. The Lamo Teaser Band will take you on a fusion journey of jazz. The legendary St. Lucian talent of Ronald Boo Hinkson. Pianist and composer Richard Payne. The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. Purchase tickets at all sale outlets and St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com.
Fresh styles just arrived at Access at Baywalk Mall. Your wardrobe upgrade starts here. From chic jeans and linen pants to flirty floral dresses, rompers, and stylish fashion sets, we've got everything you need. Rock brunch wear, sleek bodysuits, and stunning bodycon dresses in all sizes, including our 1+ size collection. Complete your look with must-have straw handbags and office bags. Find us at Access at Baywalk Mall for the moments that matter.
In a world of connections, you need someone you can call. When your telecom's disputes are not being resolved at all. We're the NTRC and we'll make sure your voice is heard. With our enforcement mandate, telecom justice will be served. Your voice matters, you've got to let it shine. And trust in the NTRC to keep the industry in line. Your voice matters. Call us, we will be your trusted child. Your voice matters. We'll be there with justice on our side. Your voice matters. In the search for truth and equity. Your voice matters. Your voice matters to the NTRC.
Telecommunications Regulatory Commission. Your voice matters.
Good afternoon, St. Lucia and beyond. Welcome to Lettre on this Wednesday, March 26, 2025. I am your host, Miguel Pedre, aka Boo2, and I'm glad to be with you on another Wednesday afternoon for the most exciting, if not the most exciting show and the most ferocious show on afternoon radio. Lettre is here. I want to shout out everyone listening right now. I want to shout out all the bus drivers who are transporting our students from school right now, all the parents who are transporting their students, who are going to pick up their students. Remember, this show is rated E for everyone. So we're going to keep it clean when we're contributing. And I like to shout out the Two Shot crew who's locked on right now. Evergreen, big up to you, my brother. Big up, regular listener. Shout out on our Facebook Live, David Gideon. He says, Team RCI. We say, hey, Red Salad. Shout out to you, Team RCI. Hey, Empress License is going to join us in a bit in studio, but in the meantime, we're going to take in some of the shout outs. I want to shout out my boy, Big Gideon Fede. Hey, Giddy. Positive, perfect love from Sandy. All right. I want to shout out all our service providers, Flow, Digicel, Lucelec, Wasco, listening right now, and all our banks on Island, First National Bank. Look, Empress Liza about Liza. Come on. Where you hiding? Where you running to, Liza? You came back, Liza, the camera on me. So what you trying? Folks, Liza never wants to be on camera when you're on Lettre, and that's pretty. But let me tell you, that Empress looking pretty. If you see the smile and the dimples, the little dimples, I'll show you, just like mine. Liza, welcome.
Thank you, Bill. Good afternoon. Good, how are you?
Boy, I'm wonderful, my darling. I'm very, very, very wonderful. You know why?
Why?
It's Wednesday.
Would you like like soap?
Are you going to get somebody business today? Or some bodies. Folks, let me tell you, that letter, Liza, let me tell you, I suspect we have to start when we get them letters and we decide which one we're reading,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to have to put a little promo.
I think so.
You know, like Young and the Restless, so they have
Yes.
deception.
Yes.
Ah, Lisa.
Why? By show, Jordia.
You know, how's your weekend? How was your weekend?
My weekend was nice. It was quiet. It was very relaxing up until Sunday.
Hey, Sunday, what happened?
Mm-hmm.
What happened Sunday?
Sunday, I had a lot of work to do. A lot. I was mixing cement.
Eh, eh.
Mm-hmm.
And you come here looking so fresh. I see the white. I was here Monday. I see the
I'm a
white. And then I think,
hardworking lady, Miguel.
seems you're a cleaner lady too
Eh,
because
eh.
I see no piece of
I
cement.
made. I make sure I oil on myself
Yeah, folks,
properly. Go
like
on the shower,
Empress.
make the small motor on me and eh, carry my buckets of ready mix.
Guys, so
Huh?
let me tell you, my weekend was wonderful.
That's nice.
My
That's
weekend was
nice.
wonderful. I took baby girl out for ice cream and pizza Sunday night,
Oh.
and I bought something for her. Let me tell you, check on the live. Kamikaze Popo. He says to RCI, what we say?
Yeah.
Oh, my boy, to the darling, my friend, to the darling Myro. Good day, all. Yeah, the bestest program is on. Lettre. Big up Mix and Liza. He said, sorry, they say Team RCI. What we say?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a little after you, a little slow. Hey, big up Siobhan on Daisy. Big up, hey, Siobhan, big up. He says Team RCI. What we say?
Hey.
Yeah. Well, like, let me tell you, this week went by really quickly.
Mm-mm.
It's Wednesday already.
Wednesday already.
Wednesday,
The
my girl.
last Wednesday in March.
Now, you know my weekends will start from Wednesday.
My weekends normally start from Thursday. So tomorrow my weekend officially starts.
Yo, oh, tomorrow.
Tomorrow
Why
Thursday.
Thursday?
Because to me, midweek is Wednesday for me. That's it for me. I do Monday, I do Tuesday, I do Wednesday. And by the time Thursday hits, I'm already in the groove for my, laundry type of vibe. So
Yeah,
it starts from the Thursday.
I do laundry for the week, so no weekend we have nothing to do.
Oh, I wish I was like you.
You have a machine at your home.
I do, but then I wanna during the week it's kind of hectic for me because from work you do the exercising,
But
you
I
do the
thought,
exercising, you
you
come
know,
home.
folks, women always boast that they can multitask.
I multitask with other things,
But I
Butu.
can cook other things.
I cook every day
I can
except
cook.
on a Saturday.
Yeah, because I can cook, clean, wash clothes, wash dishes, and even water my plants at the same time.
I could do that, but then laundry is a big task, Miguel.
But only if you hand wash it.
No, mm-mm.
Remind you folks that you can send your shout outs until we read that letter at 3:30 to 724 0008. And when you call to contribute, Michael, what do we call? Say same 724 0008 and
My
4523046.
20446.
Hey, that must be Delaware. Delaware. Is that Delaware? Eliza, big up you. Spent mixing thing.
Oh yes, sir, my fellow.
Yeah, well,
Hey,
that's
that big up our bus drivers, Miguel.
you were late. You see, walk for the one. We can big them because
Big them up
we didn't do
again.
it individually. All the bus drivers, especially those transporting our students right now from school, we want to big you up. But let's go for the route. Let's start from the north. We have Rose in
We
it,
have Rosalie.
Grand Riviere.
We have Garnivier.
Then we have
We have
Barbo-
we're doing it individually because
Yeah, man.
we have the Moshi area.
We have more. Wait, I see.
Okay.
Moshi,
So Moshi area. So
Yeah.
Rosalie,
Moshi,
Moshi. We going down
Orange,
to
Grand Riviere,
Corinth Garnivier,
Barbo.
Babu.
Then we go down to La Claire.
We going down to La Clary.
La
But
Clary.
before La Clary, there is easy.
Oh yeah, and let's just stay east. So we have
Okay.
Forest.
We have Forest there. We
Barbo,
have Summersdale.
everywhere,
We
all
have
that
all
side.
yeah.
And then
Okay.
we have La Claire.
We have La Clary
We're
after.
doing Fiji.
Yeah.
Then
Sanssouci everywhere.
then we have
Right?
the Marshall side.
Then we have Marshall.
So we have that's Rock Hall,
Rockall,
Pave,
Pave,
and all
Enjibo,
Tiroche,
Independence City,
all them side.
Tiroche, all them sides. Capo,
Bocage.
Bocage.
All them areas.
Yes.
Then
Then
we
we
go
have
to one.
we go to the before you go to the one, how you skipping Monday to panel?
Oh shit,
Eh,
that's my school. Excuse my
eh.
language. That's when we don't go to school. I'm sorry, shout out the mom the drivers and
Especially Wormsy,
Worms.
Tall, Alan, Mr. Roots, Dwayne, aka Dada, who else? I listen. I have so many bus drivers that listen to RCI. They're loyal to RCI on the bus, and
Yeah, I love my friends and that stuff because
uh,
I see you. I drop my daughter to school every morning. This was the first time I see you by the road. The first time I see you by the road. So I don't know how it was Jawan because you know already.
oh,
Like,
yeah.
hey, big up Buto, big up SFC 2025 Island Champs, Bales Island Champs.
Okay, big up your whole self,
Oh,
guys.
bro.
Congratulations.
Hey, my girlfriend, so like I said, reach
Your
on the line.
girlfriend.
Vern, all the way to us. Big up to you, my darling Vern Joseph. You early today. Team Arsenal.
Hey,
And then my next girlfriend, Venture Esteban. Big up right here. She says, good afternoon, Team Arsenal. We say,
hey.
Vern is shouting out her mother, Lena Gabriel, Virginia, on a day. Oh, happy birthday, Virginia. And my aunt, Mommy Nola. Big up to you, Mommy Nola. And 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 Mommy Virginia. Now we have a voice note there. I don't know if you can read that yet, listen to it yet, but we'll listen to it. Make sure you keep it clean. If it's not clean, we cut it off.
Very keen.
But shout out to Kyla in Halifax, Canada. Listen. Hey Kyla, big up to you, my
Big up
darling.
yourself,
She says Team
darling.
Arsan. We say,
Hey.
all right, now let's see what this voice note says. Oops, Miguel.
What's up, yeah. You go Babylon, you forget your four after Babylon.
We go Pablo, we forget that for us, Pablo. Hey,
That's very specific, right, Miguel?
but we said Pablo.
You mean the entire Babylon and environment?
You understand as a Google Maps. You understand as a Google Maps for that. Send us a Google Maps. We are forgetting places. But big up to you, and big up to all the bus drivers around the place. And of course, all the banks, Republic Bank, Bank of St. Lucia, First National Bank, First Caribbean Bank, and all the other banks, the offshore banks, the inshore banks, the outshore banks, and every bank. Even the hairy banks. Good afternoon to all of you.
Okay,
Thanks for
so
tuning to the
meanwhile we begin up all the banks.
uh-huh.
We begin up the credit unions.
Oh, and the credit Shanu
We have Janu,
workers.
workers,
My great Laboe.
library, Laboe.
They have another one. Elk.
We have Elks. We have also the Hospitality Credit Union.
Oh, hospitality. Hey, Mr. Alcy, you still around?
We have National Farmers as well.
Oh, the farmers.
Yeah. So
Ah.
big up all the credit unions.
All the credit
And
unions. Big up.
all of them listening to RCI. It might not be, well, I know for sure some of them are tuned in right through. I know for Elks plays RCI right through after the gospel on the morning. They play RCI right through.
Right through.
Right through. And then I know at Janu, the individual departments, Clara, Miss Olive, what's her name, Sherilyn, and all my girls there, yeah, man. They
That's
tune
why
into RCI.
you doing a better job than I was. I was supposed to give me a list of all the people that were out there how long ago. You better put a list together for me. Because you know them by name. And I won't just give me beams there. She says, please read my message properly. So now when a woman call me so or my name, you know it's trouble. She says, it's my mom, Lena Gabriel in Virginia.
In Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah. Big up my boy Kevin Charles. He says, tomorrow, Sarah, we say, hey.
Hey,
Not for Connecticut in the house. Big up Mix and Liza. Liza. All right. Big up Liza. What's going on, my girl? Let me see who that there. Liza, you know. Oh, hey. It says secret.
hey, hey, the original Dum Zata. Hi, original OG. Secret Gibson, big up your whole self.
Big up the man. Let me say, for the young people. Do you know the name secret synonymous in carnival?
Let me tell you, if you don't know Mr. The Secret Gibson, let me tell you, you need to do history. You need to do your homework.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Let me tell you. Carnival, boy, and Carnival coming just now.
Yeah, man.
Straight
Yeah,
after,
man.
straight after jazz. Straight after jazz.
Straight after jazz.
Somebody say, boy, you almost say it. I don't know what I almost say. I can't remember it, but say so many things. Good afternoon, locked. Hope it's interesting day. Sex. Oh, secret. No, we don't say that. Come on. Of course, the boss is still around.
Hey.
No, 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 no.
No,
Don't
no,
say
no,
that.
no, no, no,
Don't
no,
say
no,
that.
no, no,
Don't
no,
say
no,
that.
no, no, no,
Listen,
no,
man.
no.
You're mad. This is the
You
original.
mad or what?
Hey, we forgot Teachers Credit Union, and that's from our teacher. I'm sorry, my friend. We forgot. We shall credit unions for the teachers.
We forgot the teachers' credit unions.
Yep, yep. Now you say something a while ago. Which one of them always have gospel on their money?
Elks.
Elks.
Mhm.
Mama Elks praying for more money. More clients.
Mrs. Jefferson and her team over at, and Miss Joseph over at the Elks credit union. When you enter there on the morning, you hear gospel.
Ah, yes. Oh well, but
And then at some point in time, they listen to Radio Caribbean
oh yeah.
International.
Make a deposit in the name of Jesus. Hey! All right, let's go ahead and put the WhatsApp. Let's see who we are talking to us. And remind you, folks, that Lettre is brought to you by Fruitsy CMOS. And if you're going to drink their CMOS, you or someone might need to get insurance
Yeah,
because
not just an insurance, you need
be,
motor,
oh,
Beacon motor
because you
insurance.
need to make sure that engine running
Oh,
well.
yes.
If something go wrong in it. I'm not even going to respond to what someone just said today. All right, this person, I haven't heard the name since Miss Booty days. And that's someone
Mhm.
who lives outside of St. Lucia. So I could imagine and understand why you would say so, my dear. But big up to you anyway, T. Nigel, to say.
Mhm.
Shout out to Brother David Gideon. Shout out to Raw and the rest of the staff at Andre's Dental Lab.
Oh, yes. That's our
Our
people.
people.
That's our people. That's our side people. Our side top
Right,
people.
Andrew. I know Andrew.
Eh, eh.
I know Andrew very
Mr.
well.
Samuel
A
and his
sweet,
team.
sweet gentleman.
Eh.
And
Yeah,
he's
man.
shot like me.
Very short.
So, you know, we shot people.
Yeah. And when you
Sweet.
talk about dedicated workers,
Yeah, man.
you have to talk about Samuel and his team
Oh
over
yeah.
at Andrew
Oh yeah.
Dentals.
Oh yeah.
They're very
Professional,
hard. Let me
friendly,
tell you, customer service.
sound part.
Oh yes.
I think it starts at the top because
Mm-hmm.
when your boss gives that kind of confidence in his staff, and when he treats people that way, you forced to it filters down to the rest of the staff.
And let me just say, and I could say that off the bat. Nobody does dentures like Andrew Dentals.
Andre, if you're watching, I can show you a little tooth in the back
Let me tell
there. I
you,
need to replace.
time of my grandparents.
Really?
Yeah, man.
Been so long?
Yeah,
Or
man.
you so young? I hate to believe that Andre is that.
That's to show you.
I do not
That's
believe
to
so.
show you the man is good at what he does.
Well, you know
And
what?
then
Big up.
he also, groom his other members over
Of
over
course,
at the dental
of
clinic.
course,
You
of
understand, to do
course.
just the same, so that there's no interruption in the service, the quality of service that he provides.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's shout out to you, boss, and we all need bosses like you. We all need bosses like you in the working world to ensure you empower your staff and you ensure that they deliver the quality that is representative of your company over the years. 1 pound, 1 pound, big up, big up, big up, big up. My boy, 1 pound hit for the lip. Let's see what we say.
Yeah,
Hey! And the man they call out kind of people.
big them up,
Of course, you have big up Alina Tobia,
big up you,
Kayla Smith,
big up you,
Nigella Boy,
big up
Nigella
your whole
Shabatis,
self,
Mazun Philip,
big up,
Stephanie Shapir,
big up,
Nikisha Winter,
big up,
and boy, our girl seems like our girl like apart from Briquette, the big up as Jerry Chama Queen Augustin.
drama queen.
Hey, hey. Hey, boy, let me tell you something. I'll big up. Hey, boy, that's a 1 pound up, you know the whole time, man. Christy Kangal, Omani Joseph, Zara, Ashley Mastre. Shed a light, shed a light.
So they don't know they have to share their life.
Instead of calling their name, shed a light.
They
Send
all
it to them
have
on
to share
WhatsApp.
their life, people. Come on.
What? Hey, and we have big up my boy Joan and his wife. I tell thank you for. Let me tell you, I've gone to the supermarket and my eyes have been irritating me. So I
Mm-hmm.
gone to Marcy in La Claire to look for eye drops.
Okay.
And I meet Joan on the line. See, I kind of, as him, Joan selling the CMOS by the government.
Mm-hmm.
So I say, I tell look at share. I go ahead of that man because that little box eye drops the other job. Joan see that thing, is his wife that come and say, you want to listen to that? So yeah, but eventually, yeah, big up, Mr. and Mrs. Howard. You know, We gave us on the line because we understood the urgency of getting to our site. Make sure we start letting out
On
time.
time.
On time.
Also, we want to big up a lot of tasty bites in Mondidor if you're looking for all your tasty dals and floats and burgers and akras and also the famous chicken backs, two chicken backs and dumplings. You could visit Lost Tasty Bites over at Mondidor.
What's that?
Yeah,
Backs and dumplings.
backs and dumplings. The famous backs and dumplings that is in Palal Central. Pal. Eh,
Hey, outside.
Yay!
Yes, how you? This is Miss Mari from Juju City. Big up Juju City.
Big up,
Waiting
Miss
for the
Mary.
Lettre. Hope it's juicy like last week's episode. Have a stress-free Wednesday. You know, I'm sorry, Miss Mari, to disappoint you, but it's not juicy like last Wednesday. It's juicy.
Eh, eh.
Let me
Also,
tell you.
we also have to big up Miss Bernadette.
Big up Miss Bernadette. Big up Miss
Big up
Bernadette.
Miss Bernadette, pal. Also, big up Sage Computers. That's on higher up Marion Street on Bogley Street, right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, big up Sage Computers for all the latest phones. That's why I got my phone. And let me tell you,
Raj?
that's yes,
Let
that's
me
the
tell
Ultra
you.
24.
I love Raj.
Not
Yeah.
Raj, pal.
Oh, I love it. Raj.
Sage.
Oh, sorry.
Sage
I'm sorry.
Computers.
Well, Saj, you need to send me a number. Let me come find you.
Let me tell you,
Hey.
you see there, the customer service, they do also printing on t-shirts, mugs,
Oh,
name it. They let me
oh.
tell you, oh, and they fix the iPads, the tablets, the phones, name it, computers, printers, such computers. You have to go and check out Anaya and me and the whole team over at Such Computers. That's a must.
Well, since we need AI them days, I think such computers can fix relationships because that's all we get on Let's Lie.
Well, he told me he was working on a software for that. Huh?
Hey, Utansa. Utansa, folks, it's almost time to read the letter. We have 5 minutes to go. Reminding you to send a shout out to 7240008, or you can also check us out on the Facebook Live. And I'll see some comments coming from the Facebook Live. My darling Sim, she says tomorrow, what we say?
Yeah.
We have Sim up in Canada. And Roche Mark says, good afternoon to you. Where you from? May I ask? Never forget to tag me. Hey! Good afternoon to you. Where you from? May I ask? Never forget to tag me. Thanks, though. All right, my darling, our darling Burns says, Marcia, we say,
hey, big up Sydney, Sydney over at the briefcase.
Oh,
yes, for all your paralegal services. Big up Cindy, the briefcase. Yes, that's RCI home good right there.
I tell Cindy yesterday I passed my child. I say, you're making too much money. I head down, you know, you have to pass it. Hey, we have Cindy and her husband and the whole crowd there. Mr. Dusose from there as well. Pick up Mr. Dusose. And we have says, good afternoon to Miguel and Empress Liza, to my West Indian shipping staff from Burns, the dead Burns.
Big up the entire crew over at West Indian shipping.
Hey, my cousin, my dude, hey, Sadia Eli Box, Sadia Delis, let's not forget the Delis Eli Box. Hey, Mix Eliza says, Team Harris, we say, hey,
yeah.
Good afternoon, darling. Shakira Constantine has finally arrived on the line.
Really?
And she says she like the vibes, so nobody tag her.
Nobody didn't tag you, babes? That's not true.
Show.
Hey, Steffi, what going on?
It looks like somebody ain't sharing the live. Y'all ain't sharing the live, folks. Teresa Lewis, good afternoon, Team RCI.
Yeah.
Telia Vegas. £1 tell her she like tag her. It tag her.
Look at them.
You're doing too much thing. Too much thing. Folks, I remind you, we need to keep it clean.
Because it's rated E for everybody.
Everyone, even the
children. And remember, you could be passionate. We could be passionate because it's a discussion, it's an open discussion. So we can be passionate. But we just have to learn to respect others' views, other perspectives. Yeah.
Yes, respect others' views. We will never have the same perspective. And that's the spice of life.
Yeah, we agree to disagree, and we move on.
Boy, sometimes I will disagree. Eh?
Yeah. It's okay.
I will agree, I will disagree, but I'll also agree that I right. Folks, all right, reminding you once again that Letla is brought to you by Beacon Insurance and Fruitsy Steamos. After this break, we're going to get right into the lecture. So, folks, stay tuned and we will be right back.
Sure, you settle for more. Get up to 35% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 458-5860 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
And my girl, you know what they say about Futsisimas, eh? But no, you know what they say about Futsisimas. My girl, you know what they say about Futsisimas?
Boy, that Simos makes us currents, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Raleigh.
And that's what they say about Futsisimas. And let's just say something else.
Fruitsy CMOS, you know what they say.
And you know that sound? You know what that sound means? We're about to get into the letter. And Liza, before we get into that letter, just let me say a shout out to more people. Tim RCI Milang is on. Big up, Milang, and Kendra Bellas has finally arrived. And big up Latoya Atiko. Now, Liza,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna read that letter?
Why not, Mix?
Why not? That's a good answer. All right, folks, we're about to read that letter. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Ready.
I
Are
think
you
you are.
ready?
I think you are. Liza, let's get into that.
Okay. Migs, I need your advice. I've been with my man for 5 years. We've been living together in Corinth, trying to build a life. Things haven't always been easy. He lost his job. Money was tight. But I stood by him. I held it down. We have a child together. Our son is 8. And maybe that's the only reason I even trying to think twice. So when his mother suggested we get someone to help out around the house, I didn't argue. Between work, the child, and trying to keep everything together, she said it was too much for me alone, especially since she couldn't come on weekends to give us a little break. You see how mom is doing it? She recommended Miss Julie, a quiet woman approaching 50 and been around the family for years. She said she was reliable, decent, and even trustworthy. At first, everything felt normal. But now, I seen things totally different. Last Friday, I came home early from work. Soon as I walk in, the place spotless. That is it. Put on the stove. But the house was too quiet. I walked to the bedroom and saw Miss Julie standing there, wearing his t-shirt, the same one he always slips in. She jumped when she see me, mumbling something about dusting the windows. Then I heard a shower running. I didn't make noise. I didn't ask no questions. I just tell her to leave. Later that night, I asked him if anything ever happened between them. Partner laughing and making things like, as if it's a joke, daddy. So Julie old enough to be his mother, he said. But I never called her name. I lost it. I asked him what really going on. If I saw stupid, I tell him, he think I wouldn't notice. We argued till late. The boy deny, but could not even look me in my face properly. And every time I bring up the shirt, the timing, silence. He has no answers. Then all the small things start to make sense. The meal she prepares, especially for him, the way she folds his clothes a little extra neat, how she always had some excuse to be around when he's home alone. I used to think she just liked to keep busy, you know? Now I'm not even so sure. I check the motion log from our home camera. Every Friday between 12 and 1, movement in the bedroom pal. That's the same time I at work. And what I still don't understand, Migs, is 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 this new thing I seen with young men and older women? Like all of a sudden they're finding excitement where they used to find the antipal.
So this is the vibe. All right.
And Mama Julie, she ain't no sexy older woman and she ain't giving that kind of sexy woman vibe with her old pleated skirts, rubber slippers, two plaits like she just finished hanging clothes, her teeth crooked like she choking sideways. What is this? And that's who he decided to risk everything for. I moved his clothes into the spare room, Migs. Told him plain, one of us have to leave. And if and hear what, it's not going to be me. But now the real question starts. Who picking up our son from school now? Who helping him with his homework when we're not even speaking? How am I supposed to explain to an 8-year-old why his daddy sleeping in a different room? A part of me know I have to walk away. Another part of me still wondering if maybe I am wrong. Maybe it is not what it looks like. So I putting it to you and your listeners. Am I moving too fast? Or is this kind of betrayal you don't bounce back from? Especially when a child is involved. I am listening, Letla.
Liza, Liza, let's just take in some ads and we're going to come back and read that letter one more time.
No problem.
All right, folks, reminding you that Letla has been brought to you by Beacon Insurance and Fruitsy CMOS. We'll be right back. We'll read the letter one more time, well, another time, and then we'll get into your calls.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 45% off Beacon's fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 458-5860 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
All right, and we are back, Liza. We need to read that letter
Eh,
one
We have
more.
to we have to read it one more
But
time
wait,
because
we
I
ain't
meant
get
to.
add in. I still in that thing. I ain't gonna add in.
Oh,
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitissimo, sir? But no, you know what they say about Fruitissimo. My girl, you know what they say about Fruitissimo?
Boy, that Simos makes us current, you know. So what do the experts say about Fruitsimos? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsimos is full of natural goodness your body needs. Simos is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. CMOS is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Raleigh.
And that's what they say about Fruitissimo. And let's just say something else.
Fruitsy CMOS, you know what they say.
All right, and we're back. We're back, and Liza, read that one more time.
Mick, I need your advice. I've been with my man for 5 years. We're living together in Corinth, trying to build a life. Things haven't always been easy. He lost his job, money was tight, but I stood by him. I held it down. We have a child together. Our son is 8. And maybe that's the only reason I even trying to think twice. So when his mother suggested we get someone to help around the house, I did not argue. Between work, the child, and trying to keep up with everything, she said it was too much for me alone, especially since she could only come on weekends to give us a little break. She recommended Miss Julie, quiet woman, approaching 50, been around the family for years. She said she was reliable, decent, and even trustworthy. All right, Miss Julie. At first, everything felt normal, but now I seen things totally different. Last Friday, I came home early from work. Soon as I walked in, the place spotless, pal. Food on the stove. But wait, the house was too quiet. I walked to the bedroom and saw Miss Julie standing there, wearing his t-shirt, the same one he always sleeps in. She jumped when she see me, mumbling something about dusting the windows. Then I hear the shower running. I didn't make noise. I didn't ask no questions. I just asked Miss Julie to leave. Later that night, I asked him if anything ever happened between them. You know, partner laughing like like it's a joke I making. He's saying to me, Julie old enough to be my mother. But I never called her name. I lost it. I asked him what really going on. If I so stupid, he think I wouldn't notice. We argued till late. The boy deny, and could not even look me in my face properly. And every time I bring up that shirt, the timing, the silence my brother giving, the man have no answer, pal. Then all the small things start to make sense. Boy, my brain start to tick, it ticking. The meals she living specially for him, the way Miss Julie folding his clothes extra neat, how she always have some excuse to be around when he home alone. I used to think the lady was just keeping busy. Now I am not even sure. So I checked the motion log from our home camera. Every Friday between 12 and 1, movement in the bedroom. That's the same time I at working. And what I still don't understand, Migs, is the new thing I seen around the place with young men and older women. Like all of a sudden, they finding some kind of excitement where they used to find the antipal. And Miss Julie, this had no sexy old woman kind of vibe pal. She has all pleated skirts, an all pleated skirt, rubber slippers, two plaits like she just finished hanging clothes, teeth crooked like she took him sideways. And that's who he decided to risk everything for. I moved his clothes into the spare room. I told him plain and straight frankly, one of us have to leave. And it's not going to be me. But now the real question starts. Who picking up our son after school? Who helping him with his homework when we are not even speaking? How am I supposed to explain to an 8-year-old why his daddy is sleeping in a different room, a part of me know I have to walk away. Another part of me is still wondering if maybe I wrong or maybe it's not what it looks like. So I putting it to you and your listeners on Lettre. Am I moving too fast? Or is this kind of betrayal is something you don't bounce back from, especially when you have a child involved? I listening.
Boy, let me tell you, Liza. Before I let die at the comments come in like joke, but you know what happened? I have one thing to say about that. Room service.
Mix, mix the letter this afternoon is
Not funny,
it's mind blowing.
not funny, but there's so many puns I can come up with.
Whew.
Anyway, you know what?
But
So,
first of all, Mix, I have to give Miss Julia props in terms of her service, huh? Making sure that house spotless.
sure it's the house.
You understand? Miss Julie is a good housekeeper, pal.
God, I also see it apparently.
Miss Julie is a good housekeeper. But anyway,
Not only that, Liza, let me go for the.
anyway, Miguel.
All right,
Anyway.
so let me see them comments. All right, all right. All right. Sorry, but okay.
So firstly, Migs,
Auntie Julie may not be looking that appealing, but Auntie Julie have someone doing something she ain't doing. Let me tell you, Auntie Julie have dentures. Mix when she put dentures back, it's a wrap.
to me, with that letter came across with a little humor. When I read it the first time, I got a little humor from reading that letter. But at the end of the day, his cheating is not because of the writer. The cheating is not because of the writer, in my opinion.
I know what it is.
In my opinion,
The man preferred Julie to long.
mix is you. But to me, if your boyfriend is going to cheat with the housekeeper, minus her age,
Mhm.
cheat is cheat. You understand what I'm saying? Cheat
sure?
is cheat. Cheating is
Let
cheating.
me ask you a question. I thought from a man's perspective because we've always agreed that men and women approach the whole sex thing differently,
Mhm.
right? If the man take a on this side, is that really cheating? Is it really having a relationship outside of his relationship emotionally? Is that really cheating or is he just taking another
Migs, if I'm being honest with myself and I'm not being hypocrite on this platform, whether it's you're not going to look at it as a relationship and it's just something you're taking on the side, cheat is cheat. The main fact that you're stepping outside of your relationship with your partner that you said that you want to be exclusive to, it's cheating.
Remind you folks, you
But
call 724
but that is
0008.
but that is my opinion. You understand?
Yeah.
And I like to put it out there. This is my opinion.
Because
You
my
understand?
opinion says your opinion is wrong.
So at the end of the day, we speak about boundaries all the time, and it is something that will always come up when we discuss situations like these. You understand? Boundaries. We have to understand and we have to respect our partners.
Yeah.
No matter
Understood.
no matter what are the dynamics of our situation, because no situation can be the same, but we need to respect it. And even if Miss Julie is approaching 50, the fact that he step out of his relationship that he shares with his madam, the writer, and also the son, somebody that he brought in on the basis of being a family friend, somebody they have known for years, somebody that is trustworthy, somebody that is reliable. You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That is a no-no. You're breaking boundaries and you're breaking your home rules. You
Oh,
understand what I'm saying?
all that drinking, like,
But Miguel, at the end of the day, it is something that is very minus the humor. It is serious. You understand what I'm saying? The fact that he has the lack of respect for his partner. At home, while she's at work, that's a woman that have held you down when you lost your job.
That itself
You
is
understand?
ridiculous.
That is a woman that ensured that the household was covered, even if you could not have provided for she and your child. She hold it down all through that time. You understand what I'm telling you? So for your mother, her mother-in-law, to see that she's doing all that, you understand? Plus, she has to come home to probably doing all the home chores and stuff, probably picking up after her son because you know how 8-year-olds could be, you know how children could be. You understand what I'm telling you? After a long day of work, you understand? And to see that her mother-in-law would see that she need the help, the extra help. And not only that, to extend it to giving them a break to work on their relationship in the sense of making sure that they find time to spend with each other outside of the hectic day-to-day life. You understand what I'm telling you? So for a mother-in-law to see that, brings recommend somebody who they thought was a family friend that was trustworthy to end up in a situation where the son, the lady's son, end up sleeping with the help.
Anyway,
That's
so
disrespectful, Miguel.
listen, I'm not laughing at the situation.
That
I'm
that that is
you see the
that is
comments.
very much disrespectful, like any other letter we have gotten
No, I agree.
in terms
I
of
agree.
of having extra affairs and to make it worse in the house to share with your 8-year-old son
Not in the bed. That's
in the
that's
bedroom.
beside the point.
In the bedroom, the
No,
letter said in the bedroom.
it's a serious note, a serious conversation. But try and allow me to admonish our viewers on
Mm-hmm.
social media for making light of it. That's the only reason I'm laughing right now. I'm sorry, folks. I seen some real comments there. I just can't help it. But Liza, before I even get to even weigh in on that, and a question is, where is the proof? She didn't catch him, which is fair.
Mm-hmm.
All this is speculation. It won't stand up in court. Where is the evidence? And then a woman whom this person I never agree with anything. I agree for this once.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Leave us older women alone. Miss Judy got her groove back. I ain't mad at that. I got have a title. I have a title for that letter. How Julie got her groove back. No, he said groove. Is that orange groove? Or groove is different. Not the dentures.
Miss
You're too
Julie's
bad.
another Stella.
Miss Julie said this when preparation meets opportunity. 50 is very young, by the way, and woman's best sexual years. Another one says sometimes some women work too much and pay no attention to the man in the house. So, caller, contributor, are you saying that it's because the woman work too much that you get a horn? And remind you folks that you could weigh in on 724-0008. Either send us a WhatsApp or call, or you can call for 523-046. Eliza,
Mm-hmm.
agree with all the contributors that there really is no profession. We found a woman in a t-shirt.
In his t-shirt
Yeah,
in their bedroom.
she was dusting.
She was dusting in his t-shirt.
Yeah, but I was in the shower.
When I'm dusting in a t-shirt at my home,
Uh, is it yours?
it's my t-shirt, but then I'm painting a picture as to how am I in my t-shirt dusting. I
When
could only imagine how the lady saw Miss Judy that would cause her to ask Miss Judy to leave.
sorry, someone says everybody needs a little mango in their life. Just take it as a part of a healthy diet. Eliza, I'm sorry. I look like everybody got their cake today when you're trying to be
And like
serious.
I said, it's okay because the letter has a humor side to it. It does. But then we also need to balance it out and understand that the letter has a level of seriousness to it as well. So it's not just about the humor and we're not bashing anybody
Anybody.
who who is in a age group that is above 45 going up. We're not doing that. We're not bashing
That's a
anybody.
prime of their life.
Yeah, you understand? We're not bashing that. That is besides the point.
And
We're
that's true. Let me shout out the all crew too. Sorry, I'll big up all the all crew, all the women lovers. That includes women I've joined the free recently. but all
Mhm.
the women lovers pick up the owl crew. But you listen, like you said, it's a very serious situation.
Yeah.
Ultimately it is cheating, or
Mhm.
it is being an is having a sexual encounter outside of a relationship, because that as to whether it's cheating, some people might tell you it's something different.
Okay.
But you know what really
What's that?
and begs the question. The woman says, I know women as hate on each other sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
so it may or may not be the truth. But she said Miss Julia attractive at all. Her teeth crooked, like she was like sugar.
Well, it to each his own. You understand? Women when they angry, well, human beings on the whole, when they angry, they could downplay a lot of things or over exaggerate on a lot of things. But the fact remains that whether she's attractive or she's not attractive, the fact that the writer felt the need to write Lettre, she must have felt or must have seen something the day she decided to come home early.
Mm-hmm.
Something contributed to her flaying up in that instance to tell Miss Julie to leave.
She was paranoid too. Maybe at the back of her head, she suspected something after a while, and then the paranoia got to her at that moment. But still, not to see that something was happening.
And I could watch it from that angle as well. But going based on the letter, nor did he deny.
I get you.
He didn't make any she didn't put any solid evidence in the letter that would have said that he combated what she said.
Yeah, but sometimes we are loyal to talk
You
about
understand?
when things relax, when
So
no pressure.
it also intrigues me to to even place myself in that situation and tell myself like I wonder what were some of the things that were said in the back and forth
Oh yeah,
that they will have.
never tell us that. Eh?
You understand? What were some of the things that were being said during the spur of the moment? Because at the end of the day, I don't want it to be something where persons who find themselves on the other side of the coin being the ones who are cheated on and the blaming themselves for their partner actions to a point where you're going to equate it to your worth or your value.
Yeah, yeah. Now you're right. Now listen, I'll get to the WhatsApp comments first, but there's some really profound statements and some a little more
Mhm.
profound. And someone says, a guy says, if it was me, I would do the same. But someone says, tell her, ask her to write, ask. Someone says, as a woman, eh? Girl, keep the man and the helper, your house clean, girl. Julie, how your man so sweet, your man just found out. Then someone says, tell the right actually how her man was so sweet. All right. Someone says, every time I hear a letter about a cheating spouse, it gets me so angry. Why can't we women say no to a man who is already taken? I saw her to call Letla to say how she was with my husband and was waiting for him to leave his home. She waited until she could not wait anymore. She would even call my husband first thing on Sunday morning. Women, sorry, get value for yourselves. The writer should leave him because he already does not have anything for himself. All right. And then on Facebook, someone says, Decent Val says, in all seriousness, sometimes our intuition isn't always right. So maybe you should talk to your mom and his mom about your concerns. Talk to your man, sorry, and his mom about your concerns. Let's just hope it wasn't the case, but remember there's a kid involved. I agree. Don't fuss about it until you have concrete proof. Now, someone says, did she catch them doing anything? I think she jumped to conclusions too fast. She should have investigated this a little longer before getting into an argument with the boyfriend. I think the T-shirt was I think the T-shirt was a gift because Miss Julie didn't look like she has much. Well, you get him an excuse already. Eh? Um, I still have to ask the question: is that a totally forgivable transgression? Is he cheated in particular?
That is, like I said, when I read the letter, to me, it's one where she didn't actually see, but there are signs pointing to that there is some fishiness going around there. You understand? There are some fishiness going on in that particular situation. So there's no doubt about it. Whether or not it is something that is forgivable, that would be on the writer's part to decide. If she take her time, allow the dust to settle, and like one of the persons on Facebook recommended, that she sit down with her person, her boyfriend, and have a a serious conversation, a honest conversation about the matter, where you're going to pose all your questions to him and allow him to answer. You understand? Not where you're shouting and quarreling. You won't get anywhere by doing that. You understand? But if y'all could reach some common ground and then y'all could sit down and have an honest conversation, then I could see it being something where the conversation leads to him talking about what she thinks happened or what she thinks she saw happening. You
Yeah.
understand? To kind of sort out her feelings on the matter, because after all, they do have a 8-year-old child involved in that whole
That's
situation, and children can weigh in on a situation and have a
really
great impact
like
on a situation and create even bigger complications in a situation. Especially when children are being groomed by both parents. They're being disciplined by both parents. They're all they know is their mommy and their daddy. All they see is their mommy on the dad on and their daddy. You understand? So it can be something that could affect the child in a very serious way, where the child could be acting out. The child could go to school, grades could drop. Children could feel tension. Children could read a room better than we can read a room. They sense the slightest things. You understand? So having an 8-year-old involved in that situation, it needs it needs it needs a
we
serious
set them
talk,
up
an
over
honest
him.
conversation, and you
Yeah.
need to be careful as to how you choose to maneuver in that situation, because at the end of the day, you have to think about the 8-year-old.
All right. All right. Then we have a contributor who says, "Big up all the Miss Julies out there, and trust me, there are many." Oh, sorry, folks, we did change the name and the area. Did we say
Ye-
the area? We changed the name and
We
the area.
changed the name
Name
and
and
the
the area
area.
for confidentiality purposes, because you never know who might know Miss Julie, and that Miss Julie, the name that we give it, Mr. Boy, we don't want to be putting people on the spot. So yeah. So someone says, "Big up all the Miss Julies out there, and trust me, there are many. I've had mine, and yes, an extra S. They're giving some young ones a run. Big up to you, my brother. You're a member of the
Um,
OWL Club,
but
all the Women Lovers Club.
Migs, I know there are women out there who maybe share the same sentiments as me, because I, for one, I would definitely have a sit down with Miss Julie, my partner, and myself,
All three of them.
all three of
Get,
us.
get their stories straight before they
No,
get
no,
to
no,
you.
no, Migs, no. As a woman, if you're we're in, it depends on the age too of the writer and the guy involved, right? It depends on the age. If you're somebody who have spin the block for a couple of years, meaning you're throwing your thinking, you have gone through relationships, you know what to look for. Come on, how you fooling a old fox? You understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
If you know your partner, you spend years with your partner, you could tell when your partner is lying. You could decipher through what your partner is saying, and try to get a gist of a picture of what's really going on. Because let me tell you, and you also need to read body languages too.
Okay, so that said, someone says and asks, and it's a good question. Who say is Miss Julie the man cheating with? Miss Julie could just be the one covering up for the man.
It could be that.
Miss Julie's a killer.
It could
Yeah,
be that too. Okay. But I'm somebody I go based on what the letter is saying. You understand? Sometimes people might say things are not always black and white. That is true. But based on what the letter is has stipulated here, I would definitely say again, there is some fishy thing going on there.
Somebody say, "God said a girl do have a kids. Go fix your relationship
You
with the
understand? For at the end of the day, I will quick to tell you my girl to leave your relationship. That I will not say that.
That's why I want to know.
But at
Under
the
what
end,
grounds will it be forgivable? If the man just got a little piece of something, we have a caller. We have a caller. Liza, I'll put a comma on that.
put a comma on it, Migs.
Good afternoon, Lettre. How can we help you? Speak your mind.
Migs,
Hey, good
Liza,
Hi.
she talk too fast.
afternoon.
I tell you, she talk too fast because it leave you way out of.
Hmm.
As
Tell us
long as I see
how.
motion, let me say, as long as I see motion in the room in my house,
Eh,
I continue. I
In the
continue.
bedroom,
Eh, This,
in the
these things
bedroom.
are red flags. These things are red flags. A lot of people are saying she has no evidence. She has no evidence. But these things happen sometimes. But I would have catch you. Let me say, I go in on Amazon. There are cameras. I know, she got too fast. I would have catch you. I buy a nice teddy bear or something. I
Hmm.
put it in my dress.
A nanny cam in the teddy bear.
My
But,
cousin,
caller,
let me tell you.
let me ask you. Let me ask
Let
you.
me tell you. Now, 2 weeks I'm waiting for the camera. I'll be the best girl on earth.
I agree.
Oh,
You're good,
oh,
sir. You're good,
I
sir.
can see you because you see, a lot of them are saying no evidence, no evidence,
No,
but I'll
yeah.
catch you. Oh,
The main fact that she didn't walk in on them doing
correct.
doing any hanky panky, any foolish business. They're saying there's no evidence, but there's definitely something fishy about that because in the
Oh,
letter there's no way she's going back to her phone to log in to watch all the logs. You understand? And they only at a specific time there is
fine.
activity going
Mm,
on in the bedroom.
So what if the woman
correct.
works on a particular schedule?
So this is my take. I'll catch you, whoever you are. I'll catch you.
Mhm.
Because I'm telling you, I don't even know if flavor. Maybe flavor might not the camera. I would have catch you. You know, because obviously you will catch me with Samsung. And you will see
Yeah,
that info. I don't know.
yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
catch you by putting a camera on my dresser. Remember, look for those things on your dresser.
You
Okay?
think so?
So I would have catch him. And when I catch him, I would have deal with
Well,
him
so
like
that's why I come and ask you. This is what I was coming to ask you now. All right. Under what grounds? On what grounds would, let's say he and the maid had a little something? On what grounds
yeah.
would it be I would not excusable, forgivable? Can you all move and patch things back up? If it's a relationship, if you just take a little something, maybe once or twice.
Well, you see, that's why these things need further investigation. But then again, why would the lady be in a t-shirt, the man's t-shirt?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
mm,
Why
Mm-hmm.
would the man be in
mm.
a man's t-shirt?
Okay. And the one is sleeps in Nepal.
Exactly. That's ridiculous.
As
Eh.
somebody
Ridiculous.
says, all help is help.
So
That's
Miss
what.
so what so Miss Julie like my man smell pal.
Exactly. Exactly my point. So it means, and that is why she spoke too fast. He spoke too
Yeah.
fast. You should have gotten a small camera and go and execute this
Mm.
little investigation.
All right. So, Colin, now that she's spoken too fast and she's kind of messed up her chances of catching them, red-handed or with his pants down or whatever way you want to put it, what is your advice for our writer?
Listen, it is just so tight because, like everybody said, she has no evidence. But of course, these things are red flags. So
Mhm.
I don't know if she's going to forgive because if well, she can forgive, but um, she will always be watching over her shoulder
Always.
and always until she finds something.
Always.
Until she finds something.
If
And in this situation, she needed to be smart and take a little camera.
I get you, my lad.
Sometimes we act too fast.
You hear that, Liza? Don't
Yeah.
be quick to judge.
Sometimes no. Don't be quick to act.
To act, correct, yes.
Don't be quick to judge either.
Don't be quick to act because normally people keep saying that
Just one second.
sometimes
Call on the WhatsApp. Just hold on first. We'll get to you in a minute.
we keep saying sometimes that women believe in they have some kind of intuition. Women believe they have intuition.
Yeah.
And the intuition they prove them wrong. But 99% of the time, if we don't get that nudge in our stomach,
Yeah.
constantly telling our subconsciousness, hello, something wrong.
But Liza, coming back to the situation, but I have a helper. What the help of having my husband's t-shirt?
Man, look,
But as I tell
someone
you,
just made a comment that said she said she's a long time friend, like was stated in the letter, of the family.
Exactly.
A long time
They grew
friend,
up like brother and sister.
a long time friend, grew up like brother and sister, and you in my person t-shirt we sleeping in every night. Not every night.
Maybe she
Let me
exaggerated.
tell you, me as a woman, I would never bring a long-time friend in a situation like that. Normally, if you have a close friend, you are told, okay, let me teach the house for you, and the person gone. By the time you know both of the stuff from which she's gone. But something continuous, you look at these and have no straight.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you, caller. You've been awesome.
All right,
Bye.
Straight to our WhatsApp.
Straight to the WhatsApp. Good afternoon. Thank you for holding. How can we help you? Speak your mind.
Not a problem. I was just saying that sometimes we women could really default our own self, eh? Because the way this thing is going there, we all jumping into conclusions of what may or may have happened in the room or whatever happened in the house. There is no such thing to say that there was a scheduled time for it to be doing the dust in the bedroom and so on and so forth. It is true, the woman came into the house was quiet and the house was clean and whatever she said she saw downstairs was clean. And when she went up to the room, she saw that the lady was in the man's t-shirt. That could have happened for any particular reason. It could have been the woman shirt got wet and she saw the shirt and she put it on her. It doesn't have to be that the man gave it to her to wear. It could be she just put it on her because of the fact that her dress got wet or something happened to her clothes. It also is the fact that you're going to say, okay, there was activities in the bedroom every Friday at this time. I'm happy that every Friday at this time is activities because it could be every Friday at this time she's cleaning the bedroom at that time of the day. Because when you clean, you do your kitchens and the living room and all the other rooms, the bathrooms. Sometimes you do the washing the bedroom the last place because you have to put the sheets back on the bed or whatever the case may be and do the dust below the bed and all of those things. So therefore, if you have an experience in cleaning and stuff like that, you cannot really make a judgment and say that what is she doing in the bedroom at this time of the day. So there should be activities happening at 12:30 or 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It doesn't she normally clean the bedroom. So with the guy being in the shower, that doesn't mean anything. It could be he walked in the house, whatever time he came in the house, he was there in the bedroom. He want to take a shower. There's nothing wrong with that because if the lady know the guy and the guy know that going up with the lady and whatnot, there's nothing wrong with saying, oh, hi, Mrs. Jones, and go and take a shower. So we women like to judge too fast. We have to sometimes take a break. If it is that you saw things leading to that activity happening in the sense of, okay, it's been weeks, you're not touching her, you're not touching her, you're not doing things with her. And it's like as you taking away from her moment with him, the alone time between the two of them, and then she sees those little, okay, there's an idea that he's fooling around with her and she's not sure as to who he's doing it. And then she starts to put the trust for him. So therefore she'll get to see what she wants to see. You don't just jump to conclusion and say, oh, when I took the camera a week ago, I said the same 12 o'clock on a Friday, the same thing happening. You cannot judge like that because you jump into conclusion too fast. The man might be innocent, the lady might be innocent. You cannot say, you know what, throw the lady out and say, get out of here because I saw activity every Friday. That doesn't work like that. You have no concrete evidence of the woman doing anything with the man. Plus also, if you wanted to double check, you could have checked the bed. Was the bed wet when you came in? All of those things are evidence. You know what I mean? You cannot say, okay, they had wanky panky or whatever the case was, and then he went and take a shower. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Wanky panky have to wet the bed.
Yeah, and Miss Julie is a top cleaner. Miss Julie
wanky panky have to
Miss Julie Pascal.
Miss June would be spraying
Miss
up the bed
Julie
like a skunk. You
She's
know what I mean?
she's
So
bold.
therefore, those are
She's
all the
bold.
evidence that have been left behind for to see when she
She's
walked in.
bold.
Because don't forget, they were not expecting her. They were not expecting her to come in. That's the
Okay.
whole point.
That's to
So
show
if she
you.
didn't see any of those
Miss
things,
Julie now
you
she
have to
doing her
recognize.
business.
What's that?
I say Miss Julie must be now she doing her business.
No. I don't think the woman would be thinking that far ahead. That's what I'm trying to tell you here.
You
Because
figure
as a
Uh,
cleaner, you don't think about, oh, I'm going to do something fast and clean up before the people get here. Because
So
again,
who
the
is to
people
say
come at
is
12
on
o'clock
the
in the
bed?
afternoon, you would have
Caller.
enough time to clean up the house. To do those
Caller,
things.
who
That's
is
the
to
whole
say is on the bed?
That's the whole point. If you know the woman coming home at 12 o'clock or 5 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 o'clock is no time for her to finish doing what she has to do. You
Quick.
see what I'm telling you? It could be the
Well,
man come home from work and the man go and take a shower. It could be something very innocent happening in the house.
yeah, it
You
can
cannot
be.
judge those kind of things.
There is that's the big word. Maybe.
Well, we women, we like to judge too fast.
Maybe.
Because unless you don't have concrete evidence of something did happen, you cannot throw the woman out and fire her because of her job, whatnot.
Caller,
Because some of us women in our 50s, we do not want to sleep with young guys just because of the fun of it. You know what I mean? We have
Yeah.
respect for ourselves, we have morals, and we have those kind of things.
so it's
with
not
us.
just fun.
That's right. It's not just fun. Because what is sex? We can get sex anytime. There is sex toys all over the place. It is desperate, she's desperate.
That's excellent stories.
So therefore, that's no reason for her to fire the lady. That's no reason for
Well,
us to say that she was sleeping with the man.
Well,
There is no evidence of that.
I
She
was
never said she had evidence of that.
No.
I
She just
agree with you.
she just speculated and
Exactly.
said
And it's not about
there.
it's not something that she saw.
You
or
understand? She
she
didn't
was
catch
looking
the
towards
man
seeing.
with his hands
It
down,
just
pants down, or anything like that.
it just so happened
You
to be she came
understand?
home and she saw the lady in the
So
guy's clothes.
so you
So
could say
that's
that
no reason.
everything that day just happened coincidentally.
But that's what I'm trying to show you. That
Okay?
anything could happen. The woman should listen to me. Sometimes you go and clean for somebody, right? You go and say, you know what? I don't want to do that nice dress I'm wearing. Let me change it to something different. It's
Mhm.
true. The guy could have come home and catch her in his t-shirt the same way. You know what I'm telling you?
Okay.
And then she's like, oops. Like the guy walked in and said, you know what? Mrs. John, what you doing with my shirt on me? And then she said, you know what? I saw it on the end of the bed. I just put it on me because of the fact that I saw it and I didn't want to dirty my clothes or with my clothes, whatnot. You know what I mean? You
Okay.
cannot jump to those kind of conclusions because of what is being said there. That
All
there is
right.
no solid evidence of this. The woman shouldn't leave her man over what she think may or may have happened. Because you can't go to court and hold that in court. You cannot use that in court against the man
I agree.
because you have no evidence of it happening. And also, too, if it is that she wants to know really what happened, because you see the guy's even making a mockery of her. The guy's even laughing over the fact that she's saying that to him because to him it's said as a joke, you know. So with the respect he has for the lady, he find that she's being funny by saying those things to him. So
Mhm.
you know, we have to know to put our foot down and when the time is right. When a man is cheating on you, on you, sorry, trust me, you know when he's cheating on you because you will see the red evidence in front of you day in and day out. You'll see it. And if it is just so happened the Friday that she saw what she saw, that's no excuse there.
Well,
That is no excuse for her to leave the man for that.
based on her letter. Is the red flag she saw it? That's why she write let lie.
Or the t-shirt, or the
Listen to
grey
me.
t-shirt.
You understand? We like to jump fast.
Let
Okay?
me tell you,
We like to jump fast and we like to hear others' inputs fast. And when you see come to negative stuff, some of us like to go and push fire in like wood in the fire for people to say, yes, get rid of him and all that kind of stuff. She might be doing a mistake. Get rid of the guy right now might be a mistake for her and the child. You never know. You don't go and break your home because of what you may assume happened. That doesn't
Exactly.
happen like that.
That's
You know,
why
that's assumption.
that's why we
That's the
said
assumption she's
do
making
not
there.
rush to make decisions.
Let me
You
ask
have
you.
to
Exactly.
process
That is an
things
assumption she's making there.
first.
She not even wrote the letter period.
You
That's the way I look at it. Because I
But
said,
no,
take
caller,
your
we need
time,
the
give
letter.
yourself,
No,
give yourself
caller, we
some
need
time,
the letter.
give yourself
Caller,
some
we
time
need the
to
letter.
investigate the situation. Give yourself some time to investigate the situation and say to yourself, okay, let me write the letter because I have concrete evidence of what's happening in my house when I'm not home.
But-
then you'll have a letter situation there.
But
But without
caller,
what she's not giving there,
mhm.
mm-mm.
But
no,
caller,
no, no, that's not passing.
in her mind, caller, she already opened the door for her insecurities.
Exactly.
She already
Exactly.
opened. She already
Now, when you
opened
see
the door.
insecure,
She opened
that's the
Pandora
worst
box.
thing ever. And to have to go back and watch the video to see what happened at 12 o'clock every day of every Friday in the row.
Mhm.
That again is making yourself go crazy because here you are thinking the man doing things that he shouldn't be doing when you're not home on a
Yeah.
Friday. What
She
happened
took her
to the
time
Monday
and
to
she
the
go back
Thursday?
to
What happened
every
to that
log.
part? What happened to Monday to Thursday? You know what I mean?
You
And that
know?
doesn't mean anything also because there are some people that have good friendship with young people in the sense of
Of
as
course.
adults growing up watching our young kids growing up like our mother kids or sister kids or our
Mhm.
cousin down the street kid
Of
growing up.
course. And
You're
we're
gonna
not,
say,
and
you know
that's
what,
why we said
I'm gonna
earlier we're
treat
not
this person
knocking
that
down
way and
that.
this one the other. There is no.
Yeah,
I don't
that
find
is
any
true,
disrespect with what
caller.
the woman is doing to him. You understand? I
That
find
is
she's
true.
having tough respect for the guy, and she's treating the guy with respect and manners, as far as I can tell. And at the end of the day, don't go breaking a relationship because of what you may think happened, or because of you insecure of yourself or your relationship. Because at the end of the day, it's your child who's going to pay the consequences. When the child is going to be broken home without his daddy around him and seeing that daddy and mommy doing their own thing in their own world, then you have something to explain to the child and say, you know what, it is my foolishness that I followed my gut and run with it. So better she go fix her business, go talk to the man and sit down and reason with the lady if she want to reason with the lady and apologize to the lady what she did, because at the end of the day, the lady may be innocent that all of this thing happened there. So that's what I'm advising to do. Advice is to go and reason with the lady and apologize to the lady for her action. It might be she was insecure, but she took it out for the wrong reason and the wrong way. That's what I have to say to her.
Caller,
Anyways, have a
caller,
nice day.
caller,
Take care. Bye for now.
before you go, caller, you still there?
She
Hey,
hung up
caller.
already.
Boy, caller, listen, I agree with almost everything you said, but somebody asking a question. Somebody asked whether you, in fact, the person is saying that caller is Miss Julie. The person say, I wanted to ask you, I suspect that is Miss Julie for because she hung up too fast. She hung up too fast, Liza. I don't know if she knows what I was coming to ask because the person said that is Miss
Oh
Julie.
my God.
Now, someone says, Vanessa Malcolm says she has no proof that the guy is cheating. True. She may be reading the so called red flags incorrectly. True.
Mhm.
She might be paranoid. Very true. Considering she has no proof, she mentioned all these horrible things about Miss Julie. Why do women keep, Liza, why you keep bashing each other?
No, 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 no. No, no, no. There is no we business. Like Liza needs to be excluded from that match because I have grown over the years. I have matured over the years, and I always say out loud, even in the office right here, I have zero, 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 zero intentions of ever allowing myself to belittle any woman that I may find involved in eating in the same plate that I eat in it. Okay? My issue is never with the other woman. I have found myself in a situation, um, I mean that is life, where your partner have another partner and whatever, and we in a love triangle. I have found myself in that. I have grown from that. I have learned my lesson from that. You understand? And my issue is do not interfere with me, and we have zero problems. I have nothing to tell you. Even if I know you, I have the proof and everything. My intention is to never belittle you. But if you're going to go down that route, that you're so cockney, that you want to find out who I am, where I work, and want to interfere with me, especially when you see with your friends, well, my darling, you in for rude awakening.
Man doesn't do that. Y'all have something anyway. Anyway, man doesn't do that. Someone said before we get into a quick break, before we come back and read the letter again, we need to get some ads. But someone says, why is it she only realized all the books only after finding Miss Julie in his T-shirt, and she only has circumstantial evidence? I do think it is fishy, but she is making a big decision where she could be wrong.
Well,
What
she has not made the decision yet.
she said, what if Miss Julie? This one make me laugh. What if Miss Julie is just amused? She may have been not giving her relationship his desired attention,
Mhm.
and he may have crossed the line. They should be adults here. Have a real
Yeah.
conversation with maybe some counseling. Adult up and move on. That's why I'm not doing because man do not do that. I don't know what you're doing, but before I think I'll read the letter the next time. But before we read that letter, let's take in some ads reminding you that Lettre is brought to you by Fruitsy Seamos and Beacon Insurance.
And my girl, you know what they say about Fruitissimo, sir? Partner, you know what they say about Fruitissimo? My girl, you know what they say about Fruitissimo?
Boy, That's the most makes us current, you know.
So what do the experts say about Fruitsy sea moss? Apart from tasting great, Fruitsy sea moss is full of natural goodness your body needs. Sea moss is good for your skin, rich in vitamins and minerals, promotes and improves intimacy, boosts your immune system and lung function, suppresses appetite and increases weight loss, anti-inflammatory, and helps to improve blood count. Sea moss is rich in nutrients, which boosts your metabolism and increases energy levels, and is grown, harvested, and manufactured right here in the community of Prale.
And that's what they say about Fruitsy sea moss. And let's just say something else.
Fruitsy sea moss, you know what they say.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off because fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 458-5860 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
Getting brand new quality tires and rims for your vehicles have never been so easy. Tire Zone in the blue building next to the Peachy Roundabout sells tires for motorcycles for as low as $180. What? But that's not all. Tire Zone also stocks tires for all types of vehicles, including 13-inch for as low as $99, 14-inch starting from $150, 15-inch starting at $185, 16-inch for as low as $195, and 17-inch starting from $200. Why buy used tires when you can get quality brand new tires for such low prices at Tire Zone? Visit us in the blue building next to the PG Roundabout or call 452-1313-486-4459 or 724-5996. Again, 452-1313-486-4459 or 724-5996. Email us at tirezone.slu@gmail.com. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Tire Zone.
The thought of a vehicle loan can be scary. Would I qualify? High interest rates, monthly installments? Step into the St. Lucia Workers Credit Union today and drive to Jazz. Many loan officers are here to help you. With interest rates starting at just 5.5% for vehicle loan, your dream car is closer than you think. Imagine stepping outside to find your new car waiting for you. With a minimum of $500 in permanent repairs, you can drive away fully financed. Our Drive to Jazz initiative runs from March to May 2025. And don't forget to ask about our Jazzy loans. For more information, call or visit any of our locations today. Terms and conditions apply.
With SMJ Beverages. Purchase any classic ginger ale, turbo, or busta at all Messi stores and participating outlets island-wide. And get a chance to win. Third prize, a smartwatch valued at $250. Second prize, an Amazon tablet valued at $800. And first prize, a PS5 valued at $2,000. Promotion runs from February 17th to April 15th, 2025. Approved by the National Lotteries Authority of St. Lucia. SMJ Beverages, distributed by Lumnat Distributors Limited.
The new Fast Lane at Massey Stores is now available at Massey Stores, Rodney Bay. It's quick and convenient self-checkout for your 1 to 10 items when paying with a debit or credit card. Give it a try the next time you shop with us at Rodney Bay and Sunny Acres. Our assistants will be happy to walk you through the process. You can also check it out on our YouTube channel at Massey Stores SLU Limited. Enjoy shopping and self-checkout in the Fast Lane.
Fresh styles just arrived at Access at Baywalk Mall. Your wardrobe upgrade starts here. From chic jeans and linen pants to flirty floral dresses, rompers, and stylish fashion sets, we've got everything you need. Rock brunch wear, sleek bodysuits, and stunning bodycon dresses in all sizes, including our 1+ size collection. Complete your look with must-have straw handbags and office bags. Find us at Access at Baywalk Mall for the moments that matter.
Experience the magic of the St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival 2025. The ultimate celebration on May 11th, Pigeon Island National Park. Dance under the stars with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Grammy-winning John Legend.
All of me loves all of you.
The Lao Teaser Band will take you on a fusion journey of jazz. The legendary St. Lucian talent of Ronald Boo Hinkson. Pianist and composer Richard Payne. The St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival. Purchase tickets at all sale outlets and St. Lucia Jazz and Arts Festival.com.
Always be sure you settle for more. Get up to 35% off because fully comprehensive vehicle insurance and still cover a whole lot more. Enjoy higher discounts and better coverage for any kind of vehicle, car, SUV, or pickup with free loss of use, windscreen cover, and special perils. To sign up, call us at 458-5860 or log on to beacon.co.tt and settle for more today.
In a world of connections, you need someone you can call when your telecoms disputes are not being resolved at all. We're the NTRC and we'll make sure your voice is heard. With our enforcement mandate, telecom justice will be served. Your voice matters, you've got to let it shine. And trust in the NTRC to keep the industry in line. Your voice matters, call us, we will be your trusted call. Voice matters, we'll be there with justice on our side. Voice matters, hear the search for truth and equity. Voice matters, your voice matters to the NTRC.
Telecommunications Regulatory Commission. Your voice matters.
It was the hilltop view that did it. Something about it just said home. Surrounded by friendly neighbors in a peaceful environment, a safe haven where my kids can play, we felt so secure. With land documents that says my name for the very first time in my life. My mortgage from Jano means a place to call my home. It's more than just a mortgage. It's love, it's security, it's home.
This is the Sunday, April 20th. We're heading back up inside the Interstate Club in Wembley Bay as Steve Scholarship presents the Back in Time Party, taking you back on a musical journey featuring DJ Shotman, DJ Melody, Rocket Launcher, and Marquez. Tickets cost only $50, and you can get tickets over at Steve Scholarship in Castries. The Back in Time Party. It's the Sunday, April 20th, inside the Interstate Club in Wembley Bay. Doors open from 8 p.m. Sponsored by Mumpa Agency, Just My Size Boutique, and Anthony's Jewelry. Lots of prizes to be won throughout the night. Be there.
This and every Sunday, let me take you back. I'm Miguel Favre, and I'll be your guide through the sounds that never get old. It's Golden Grooves, 2 hours of soulful classics, slow jams, and stories behind the music you love. Sundays, 3 to 5 p.m., only on RCI. Let's make your Sunday afternoon feel real good.
I see you standing there.
And we're back. We're back with Lettre for today, Wednesday, March 26, 2025. I am your man, Miguel, aka Mints, aka Putu, and with me in studio is Empress Liza.
Hey, Migs.
And we've had an interesting discussion here.
Oh, yes, a letter filled with humor.
Yeah, and you know, Liza, the contributor was not the only one who said that, who assumed or asserted that Miss Julie was our last caller.
Yeah, we get a couple of persons because they say, no way, that woman so defensive but take that so personal.
Miss Julie, sorry, not Miss Julie, caller, you have to
couple
send
of
us a message
persons,
and defend your name.
defend your name.
But we know I'm going to read that letter one more time. and we're going to get into the last half hour of Lettre for today, Wednesday, the 26th of March. So, Liza, are you ready to hear my voice reading that?
Yeah, yeah, go ahead, Migs.
All right, all right, all right. I'm not going to repeat what student darling Myro said about Miss Julie. Them words, we don't use them words. Ready? Anyway, folks, Migs, I need your advice. I've been with my man for 5 years. We're living together in Corinth. The place name has changed. Trying to build a life. Things haven't always been easy. He lost his job, money was tight, but I stood by him. I held it down. We have a child together. Our son is 8. And maybe that's the only reason I even trying to think twice. So when his mother suggested we get someone to help out around the house, I did not argue. Between work, the child, and trying to keep everything together, she said it was too much for me alone, especially since she could only come on weekends to give us a little break. She recommended Miss Julie, like we said, not her real name. Quiet woman, approaching 50, been around their family for years. Said she was reliable, decent, and trustworthy. At first, everything felt normal, but now I seen things different. Last Friday, I came home early from work. Soon as I walk in the place, spotless mix.
Big up you, Miss Julie.
Yeah, food on the stove, but the house was too quiet. I walk to the bedroom and I see Miss Julie standing there wearing his t-shirt, the same one he always sleeping in.
That is it.
She jumped when she see me mumbling something about dusting the windows. Then I heard a shower running. Me red X. I didn't make noise. I didn't ask no questions. I just tell her to leave. Later that night, I asked him if anything ever happened between them. He laughed like I'm making a joke. Say Julie old enough to be his mother, since we're not stopping mother. But I never called her name. I lost it. I asked him what really going on. If I so stupid, he think I wouldn't notice. We argued till late. He denied, but couldn't even look me in my face properly. And every time I bring up the shit, the timing, the silence, he have no answer. Then all the small things start to make sense. The meal she leaves specially for him, the way his clothes folded extra neat, how she always had some excuse to be around when he home alone. I used to think she just liked to keep busy. Now I'm not too sure. I check the motion log from our home camera every Friday between 12 and 1, movements in the bedroom. That's the same time I at work. And what I still don't understand makes is this new thing I see with young men and older women. Like all of a sudden they find the excitement where they used to find their find their auntie. And Julie, this ain't no sexy older woman vibe. Old pleated skirts, rubber slippers, two plaits like she just finished hanging clothes, teeth crooked like she choking sideways. And that's who he decided to risk everything for. I move his clothes into the spare room, told him plain, one of us have to leave, and it's not going to be me. But now the real questions start. Who picking up our son after school now? Who helping him with homework when we're not even speaking? How I supposed to explain to an 8-year-old boy why daddy's sleeping in a different room? A part of me know I have to walk away. Another part still wondering if maybe I wrong. Maybe you're wrong, my girl. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe it's not what it looked like. It might be more, might be less, might be nothing at all. So I put it to you and your listeners. Am I moving too fast? Or is this the kind of betrayal you don't bounce back from, especially when a child involved? I listen, and I hope you have been listening too, like you were earlier on, to hear this letter one more time. And reminding you that you can dial 724 0008 on our WhatsApp platform or 4523046, and you could call in direct and make your contribution. You could also, we are monitoring the Facebook Live.
Yeah, but we would love to hear you.
I'd love to hear you because the passion. Like,
Also, the voice notes too.
Oh yeah, we taking voice notes.
We taking voice notes too because our platforms are very much active. We getting so many comments on Facebook and also on WhatsApp. We appreciate you guys as well. But Mig,
Don't let your man shake the mango tree.
Wait.
Wait, Max Shaw, my bigger family. Max says, I want to see the way I'm hearing women bashing this movie. I think they tell us that she got a younger man. Y'all
No, they're
think
not
you're the
bashing.
younger
No, they have not been bashing Miss Julie.
Well, I must be on the line. I may have missed a few.
We missed a few.
But someone says, hey, boy, this look at your impression. Why is it acceptable for a man to take a little thing on his side and it's not rated as cheating? But it's not okay for a woman to take a little thing on the side. Now, I didn't say if a woman take it's not cheating, it's cheating as well. I'm thinking in the context of adults, and it could take a little thing. It might not be necessarily an emotional investment or anything. You just had your little pleasure and you're satisfied. It says, now that must be a woman. It says men are weak, so sex it should be forgiven, but women would be a whore for doing the same. It's this double side belief that has women now rebelling in the most toxic and unguided ways as men cannot tolerate what they dish out to women. You see that feminist alert. Cheating hurts both man and woman in the same way. Agreed. And yes, she has no evidence, but if it was the man who was suspicious without solid evidence, then many would call her and say she's guilty. You can't say that I call her. You have no evidence of that. But if as a man who was suspicious without solid evidence, then many would call and say she's guilty. I agree, though, she should have just stayed quiet and observe a little while to see if her
She had to
intuition
make
was
it
on the
for me.
Yes, you have to be a proper investigator. Don't just be impulsive. And someone says they have been together for 5 years with an 8-year-old. The mother-in-law sent Miss Julie to break them up.
You didn't watch that angle.
God, yes. You think so, Asa?
Let me tell you,
I
Papa.
think so.
I don't
think so.
I don't think so. I don't think so. But on Lettre, we welcome all angles
Yes,
on the letter, and we are going to discuss every view or every spin that our callers or participants will throw
Yeah.
at us on
Shout
our
out
platform.
to Maria Bonaparte. Maria says, if he isn't working, let him go pick up the child and let him stay in the spare bedroom. Now, Maria, you asked for the number earlier on. It's 724-0008. We're waiting on your call.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Don't say, guys, so you're changing the name of the place. I all called for already looking for Miss Julie. I tell you, while I want Miss Julie, might just taking something on the side. No, but on a serious note, I feel what the last contributor said about I want to expand. I want us to discuss it more because we always seem to bring it up when these type of conversations come around about cheating, and men seem to get the pass. And generally, they have. I think that discussion we've had a long time ago.
Of course.
Where societal construct has made easy for women to
Yes.
look certain expectations but I'm a little more liberal in my belief, thinking that I think both men and women have their urges, their primal urges, and
with that said, Miguel, I was just waiting
I
because
open the door.
you open the door because to me, if we're not going to be hypocritical on our platform, you understand? We as women, and that's something you probably seen, you have already experienced with my personality. I like to think that it's not only me who sometimes see a gentleman and really like, wow, you understand? He really gives me a feeling or that makes me want to think of boy, probably pop up in my brain one two times like boy, yeah boy, come on. As women, I do believe sometimes we see a nice guy, a handsome guy, and it pops up. It pops up in our brain like boy, I wonder what's going on with me or what really doing or if it really packed or whatever. You understand? But at the end of the day, it boils down to if you're going to act on it or you're not going to act on it.
But if you act on it, is it cheated?
But if you act on it, Miguel, you have to say what it is. It is cheating, Miguel. If you're in a relationship and you said to somebody that, hey, I'm in a relationship with you, we're exclusive, you're my guy, I'm your girl, and boom, boom, boom. Anybody we bring into that relationship that we have not discussed about, we have not agreed to, we have not decided we're in a throuple, it's cheating, Miguel.
All right. So would you? There are those who subscribe to cheating being having a relationship and what we call a relationship outside of your relationship, not just taking a little piece on the side or getting a little piece on the side, whichever way you want to put it.
Now that's where I say to people, you get into a relationship and you learn people. You learn what you can and you cannot do. You learn what you're tolerating and what you're not tolerating. Because most of the time you will hear people say in the relationship, I'm not tolerating no cheating. You understand what I'm telling you? So if somebody have already make it known to you that they're not tolerating any cheating, and both of y'all agreed that okay, that's what it is. So why, if you decide to take something on a side, whether or not your intent is to have a relationship or your intent to have anything that will bind you to that person emotionally, it's still cheating, Miguel, because y'all have not said that is what it is. None you probably brought up it in our relationship, but in a relationship you compromise. So probably that might have been my my how should I say that? My
And
terms
conditions.
and conditions. You understand? And that might have been you'll say, well, okay, when you weigh the situation and you weigh what each of us bring into the table, if it is it worth it? So you might just tell yourself, I'm willing to curb that aspect about me being liberal in my thinking of saying that, well, if I decide I take something on a side, it is as long as it's not something where it's in a I'm looking to develop a new relationship or I'm looking to have any emotional involvement with that person. You understand? If it's not something that part of our terms and conditions, Miguel, then no. It
All
cheats.
right.
Cheat is cheat. You
Let's
understand? Whether it's a male or female. And then we as females too, I I I tell ourselves we always need to be honest when we dishing out in these conversations as well, because most women tend to make you believe that the thought is don't it don't cross their mind. You understand? They don't think of doing like wondering what that guy feels like or what he seems to be like or sometimes you just meet somebody and the energy just all right. Y'all mesh so well. You realize that y'all have so much in common. Next thing you know, conversations might turn into, hey, can we have a drink and thing you could never know how things will unfold. You could never know. But at the end of the day, the decision is always yours if you're going to cross the boundary or you're not going to cross the boundary.
There's a fundamental question that's been asked, and we haven't seemed to answer that one. I said we haven't gotten to that as yet. Our writer asks, and let me make sure I get and quote. It says, "What or they still don't understand is what is this new thing they see with young men and older women? Like all of a sudden, they find an excitement where they used to find their auntie. Liza, Wayne, young man, older woman.
And like I said earlier on, I am not knocking down anybody who fits in the age group. At the end of the day, you're as young as you feel. If a young guy thinks he wants to be with an older woman, it is up to him. That is his prerogative. Likewise, if a younger girl feels as if she wants to be for older guy, that is her prerogative. To each his own. Whatever tickles your fancy, whatever you find happiness with, that is you. You understand? But I'm not going to put a cap on age for you to be in a relationship. At the end of the day, it's up to you. But also, Miguel, we're going to extend a little further on society, on our families, the backgrounds of families, how you are brought up, the morals, the values, and it speaks to your character and stuff like that. You understand? It all boils down to that. And also in a family, sometimes as girls growing up or as men growing up, we mimic what we see. If we come from an environment where we see that younger persons, younger girls or younger guys are getting into relationship with older men and women, and it's acceptable in our environment. That's what we see, that's what we know. Then if we get older, what you think going to happen? You don't think that's what we're going to be doing?
I think that. I think that's more of a personal choice. A personal is how you feel. It's more based on how you feel and how, your preference. I don't think it's so much about conditioning.
Mhm.
But you realize basically the woman is saying, "Gaza, that is what I'm going to
But
show
she
you."
cannot say that
Well, she
because,
can. She did it.
well, okay, I wouldn't say she cannot say that because it is her wording of the letter. That's how she feels up towards the Miss Julie. You understand? But at the end of the day, again, we could say that there are some older women who will look at some young girls and say, "How they so mash up? How they that age and they looking as if they've been through a train wreck." You understand? We could flip that side of the coin. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we as women or as men, we cannot be use so much harsh terms towards persons who are in a elder category than us. You understand? From a young person perspective, why would we want to knock down on the older women or knock down on the older men? You understand what I'm telling you? That's your prerogative if you think she not looking good. But in somebody else's eyes, she looking good. She fit the part. You understand what I'm telling you?
We'll take a vote there on social media and in our platform. How many of you, if, you know what, how many of you think that she spoke too fast? She spoke too soon and she jumped to conclusions without investigation. Those of you who think that she spoke too fast, say yes. If she didn't speak too fast, say no. In the meantime, we have another contribution. It says there is nothing wrong in guarding one's territory. In this age of technology, I would make peace with both parties and invest in some high-tech surveillance and go for the kill, quote unquote, figuratively. In parentheses, sorry, figuratively, with substantial evidence. In everything, there needs to be boundaries. Despite such a harsh description of the description of the lady, who is she to judge not knowing a man's potential quote unquote dark side slash fantasy, not making excuses. If push comes to shove, children are resilient and will survive. That is a good take on it, covering a few angles, and it actually came from a woman. And so, you know,
Yeah. So to each his own, like I said. But yeah, based on the letter I said earlier on, she didn't catch the gentleman doing any hanky panky or anything. You understand? That to say, hey, yes,
it was just
you understand?
showing.
It's just a few things that she figure that kind of have a feeling like, but why you understand? Why Miss Julie in my guy t-shirt? You
I think
understand?
I may have
Why
been
Miss
mistaken.
Julie in my room at that time, and then my guy taking a shower? You understand? And then going back and view all her home logs for the motion sensors and things, she realized it. But around that time,
She always stay
it
in the room.
always, you understand? But there is no there is nothing in the letter saying, hey, yes, you do it for true, you do it for true, you do it for true. You understand? But like you said, it's just I wouldn't say insecurities. It's just a few things that transpired that alerted her. You understand? And she did all what she did prematurely. She should have just wait until you know.
But the caller wants our, so the writer, sorry, wants our advice. They said, are they moving too fast? So what do you think? Is that kind of betrayal one you don't bounce back from? Now, the same betrayal, I would put betrayal in quotations because there's still no proof, like we've been saying
Yeah.
often, that it really happened. But what would you advise this young lady to do, Lisa, and our viewers and listeners out there?
Well, like I said earlier on, for me, the writer, since there is no concrete evidence, you didn't walk in on anything, you didn't see anything. All you saw was Miss Julie dusting windows in a gentleman t-shirt, and then your guy was having a shower. Based on that, I would have taken some time, the time that he in the spare room, a la process, and open the floor for some honest conversation. And if perchance, just to calm my insecurities or calm my what ifs, I would have reached out to Miss Julie. But when you reach out to Miss Julie, you cannot be very aggressive because all the time the gentleman is in that room there, you will have allow yourself to calm down. Because if you're going to approach Miss Julie, you also need to approach Miss Julie with a level of respect. You understand? Because you don't know for sure that Miss Julie is having an affair with your guy. So you need to have a conversation with Miss Julie if you want to calm your insecurities and if it's a conversation you mature to have, then you definitely need to have a
But what
conversation
if she
with.
says no, she isn't doing anything, and yet it she is doing something? Would you even believe? Would you even believe what she said? Let's just put it this. First of all, if she comes to explain herself, would you even believe her based on your suspicions and what you saw, which may even play into your mind because you sometimes you see things and you're going to convince yourself that you saw things which didn't really happen that were not really there.
If Miss Julie comes and Miss Julie says to me that nothing happens, and also my guy is telling me nothing happens, right? At this point in time, the only thing left for me to do is for me to allow the situation to rest, but continue my investigations because it is not grounds to just dismiss your relationship, uproot your whole life, your family life with your 8-year-old, raising your 8-year-old with his father.
So I say leave him in the spare room still
I would have left him in the spare room still and
until when?
and how you mean until when? She will know until when, because at the end of the day, Miguel, when you have the conversation with all the parties, it's for the writer to determine whether or not whatever she gathered from all the parties is conclusive to her, you know. She's satisfied, you know. If it's going to calm her insecurities, you know. But everybody works differently. If it's something after she do all that and she figure, well, she decipher and she do based on everything that really and truly these two people lying to her, and she decides that's what she wants to do, then that's what the writer will do. You understand what I tell you? Because at the end of the day, whatever path she decides she wants to choose, it's all left to her. We could weigh in on the situation, but it all boils down to her. Her question is, what can she do? Like, don't be in a rush to make a decision. Like to say, get out of my house, we break up, and no, don't be in a rush. Weigh this situation properly, writer. Weigh it properly because there are implications beyond what you just seen right now, especially for your 8-year-old, my darling. So to me, think about it, the potential consequences of staying in that relationship. It's 50-50, and then you choose the right path that feels right for you, my right.
All right, folks. Remind me, we have about 4 more minutes left. You still have a little bit of time to make your contributions. You could text our WhatsApp platform or call at 724-0008, or you can call for 523-046, or take part in the discussion right here on Facebook, on our Facebook Live on the official page of Radio Caribbean International. With only 4 minutes left to go, I think it's only right that we take in our final comments. Of course, I'll give my view on everything. I'll remind you once again that Lettre is brought to you by Fruit Sea CMOS and Beacon Insurance. Eliza, I will maintain one thing first off, that there's still no solid evidence. Although somebody like me would try and put these things together and see outright that this not making sense. But if she's a family friend, yeah, ask about the t-shirt yet for the man to give an explanation and all these kinds of things. Um, I think sorry, she may have jumped the gun. Like most of our contributors said, she should have done what real women do and investigate. Or women normally do, investigate thoroughly and properly before you come to that conclusion and go confront the man and the woman. As to how you deal with this moving forward, um, I'm one for reconciliation, but it has to be on the heels of a frank discussion, like you stated, getting everything out of the way. If I were a woman, I'd ask Miss Julie straight. Miss Julie, I think you're sleeping with my man. Almost said a word week I use on TV, on radio. I think you're sleeping with my man. Come on, tell me straight what's going on. Simple. There's someone like that. There's some just monitor. But I think the first discussion needs to be had with the woman, not her man. Not her man. Because she already confronted him. And I think dealing with him in particular considering that they are so familiar with each other,
Mhm.
I think that's going to cause a lot of sparks and create a fire. So let's deal with the less inflaming of the two. First, I think that would be Miss Julie, older, respectful, maybe all kind of reason, but just
Mhm.
like male crabs, I don't think you can have two women in the same hole.
It depends, Migs. It depends. It depends.
Someone says, "Hello, don't approach Miss Julie. Make sure she never returns and leave the broke man in the spare bedroom." And that's the next thing. But it's funny that every time I see those letters, I don't know if that's contrived by them ladies. Every
Mhm.
time I read one of those letters from a woman and they see the man doing a thing, it's always they taking care of him and they this and they was going for a bad time and they were
But
there and this and that kind of thing.
at some point in time, based on the wording of the letter, he contributed.
Yeah,
He
exactly.
has been contributing. It's just unfortunate that he lost his job and money became tight. But what happens to the times when he had his job and he was contributing? You
Mhm.
understand? So that's why with Iowa and Maureen and everything, we always talk about balance in a relationship. You have to know what each partner bringing to the table in order for you to know that if perhaps something like that will happen, that then you have somebody supporting you in the background.
So it's all
You
about knowing
understand?
the person.
Exactly.
Do you expect Miss Julie to say yes if it happens?
Let me tell you, you have some frank older women that will tell you bold face, don't have me on your papi show, respect me as as an elder woman. Or they have some women that will tell you, yes.
So it's why those out there respect me as an elder woman, yet they doing it for true.
No,
That's the
to
guys,
be honest with you, Miss Julie, the way she was described in that letter, I don't think Miss Julie is a cantankerous woman. I think Miss Julie is somebody that if you approach her to ask her whether or not they have any friction between you and a guy, Miss Julie would give you an honest answer.
One more question about Miss Julie. You think she was the one who called earlier?
Boy, that
folks, folks, time is actually up. Time is up for us, and we here at RCI would like to thank you for tuning in for another Wednesday of Lettre. You can catch me tomorrow for Youth Unplugged. This has been me, Miguel Favre, along with Empress Liza and Liza. Listen, we did not speak about it, but
was
I'm very
that?
excited about Sunday, so we need to give
Oh,
Sunday a
well,
promo, my girl.
our, our golden
Golden
our
Grooves.
golden grooves from 3 to 5
3 to 5 on
this
Sundays.
and every Sunday.
Yep, we're bringing you those old tunes with a touch of trivia. It's not just going to be an
Mm-hmm.
ordinary oldies show.
Mm-hmm.
And nowadays, oldies is now up 2000s because 25. Remember, 9/11 was 25 years, almost 25 years ago.
But
So that's
if
oldies.
we, of course, we have
That's
to hit the
oldies.
millenniums. If we're talking about oldies, we
Yeah,
have some great hits in the millenniums.
yeah, but
We're talking about Nelly. We're talking about 50 Cent.
yeah, but
And
it's going to be a very, I think, more very Sunday-ish show. We're going to tie a lot of the soul songs
of
and music that
course,
really would make your Sunday. So I would
of
invite you all of you to
course.
tune in.
So Sunday, I could tune in to listen to my Anita Baker,
Oh yes, oh
Lionel
you
Richie,
know my
Michael
girl,
Bolton,
my girl.
Earth, Wind and
I give you
Fire.
so much, but anyway, let's leave it there. And we have some beautiful local songs too from back in the day. So, folks, join me tomorrow as well for Youth Unplugged. My guest will be Miss Yasma St. Ash of Breadbox 758 tomorrow at 3 p.m. And of course, Sunday and catch me next Wednesday along. And I was saying a bigger visit next Wednesday.
He
So,
better make
we're
a
holding
visit.
him to that.
Just
All
like
right.
Drama Queen, we still
Drama King,
waiting
sir.
for
We
the
still waiting on
surprise
her.
visit.
All right, so folks, thank you again once again for listening, and we will remind you once again that Letla is brought to you by Fruitsy Simos and Beacon Insurance. Until tomorrow, goodbye.